If you're tuning into the channel for the first time, we try to review movies that you and I are both interested in and usually want to see. There's a movie that we both wanted to see. It's not a movie we wanted to talk crap about. We try not to talk crap about movies. We will if it's a movie that deserves it, but it's very rare that we give those movies a shot, though, that we know we're just not going to be interested in it.
Your king has returned! Long live the king!
The Bowser name shall be feared once more!
Oh no!
What is up? Drive-By Movies here, and you are watching
Fresh Releases.
My name is James.
My name's Blaise.
And today we checked out the movie that captured the hype around the world, the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Bowser Jr., and I'm gonna be taking my father now!
Mario ventures into space, exploring cosmic worlds and tackling galactic challenges far from the familiar Mushroom Kingdom, and also New York, because I feel like that was a huge plot of the first movie, or a huge setting in the first movie. But yeah, this is the follow-up to the popular Super Mario Brothers movie. James, what did you think of the film?
Yeah, so first off, I'm just gonna flat out admit I am going to kind of mainly just talk crap about this movie. But before I get into that, though, I just want to say I was a huge fan of the last one, and it's not I just casually enjoy it. I genuinely really like that movie. I've watched it I think 3 times since it came out. I saw it in theaters once. Saw it I might have saw it in theaters twice even. I know I watched it twice though at home. It's just a good comfort movie. It's nothing groundbreaking, but I thought it's a fun movie. It captured just my imagination and hit the right nostalgia moments of just me feeling like a kid playing the Super Mario World game on Super Nintendo. That's what I grew up with, mainly playing Mario wise. And I was excited to see more from this universe. I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it had the good feel-good moments and just emotional heart of just the bond between the brothers. Still had its flaws overall, but it's still a movie that I enjoyed. But it has movie in its title, but it's not a movie. It's one of the most dull plot lines, and there's hardly any dialogue in this movie. It's a lot of montages. And my coworker brought up that I enjoyed it, but it feels like a movie that you would just watch on TikTok. A lot of scenes can get chopped down and you can just watch clips on TikTok and stuff. And I didn't know what he meant by that, but watching, I'm just 100% I totally understand what you meant by that. Because I can't believe that there's a solid script whatsoever for this movie. It must be only 20 pages, but what are your thoughts coming out of it?
There's no way there's a real script for this movie. You're right. It has to be literally just a treatment almost, because yeah, I'm a huge Nintendo fan like you. I enjoyed the last movie. I didn't love it, but I was I liked, as a Nintendo fan, I did like all the little Easter eggs in the background and little things going on. And I was expecting a lot more of that, because that's what a lot of people didn't like, and critics hated that from the first movie. So I was I expect them to double down almost and go for that. And they did do it, but not in the sense where it was cheeky and fun, background pictures and stuff. It was they literally just lifted scenes from games or special moves from Smash Brothers and just put it in the movie. And I wouldn't say that that's an Easter egg necessarily, because that was the plot of the movie in essential. All the scenes were just this power up, that power up, just showing different. I felt 90% of the movie is just showing different power ups instead of focusing on any type of actual plot to the movie. There is a loose plot, but it's literally, we have to do do this and then this happens and go there, but it's never like enough where I felt like there was any stakes that were, you know, not gonna happen, or the characters were in any sort of peril whatsoever, because there was always a power-up that got them out of like, you know, the past second of a struggle, which never ever felt like a struggle. This movie, I think, just really suffers from having any emotional core whatsoever, and I think that that's really where it kind of hurt it the most. It just felt like you're watching a real nothing burger of a movie.
Right, and you know, it's already a box office success, so I expect a third one to come out. So expect a bunch of spin-offs, like I'm sure we're gonna get it. I think it got announced that we're getting a Netflix Zelda movie, but I wouldn't be surprised if somehow we get like an Illumination Zelda movie if that doesn't go well or something. Then we already know we have a Star Fox spin-off. Like, you know, Star Fox was like kind of shoehorned in like Donkey Kong, but at least Donkey Kong kind of played a part throughout the movie. Like Star Fox, like I was expecting like, oh, they're setting him up like Han Solo, but he really has nothing to do. Like, there wasn't really any funny like back and forth within this movie whatsoever, which was a real like issue with just this movie. There was like there was no jokes or like no moments for like adults to kind of like just like fall in love with the characters and just follow along. It just expects you to kind of just like the opening scene with Mario and Luigi meeting Yoshi and stuff. It was just like, you're just going to throw us in right away. No emotional beat whatsoever to try to establish that. Like, I know we've seen the first movie, but treating it like a sequel and just going straight into it, it's just not the way to go about it. And just, I'm sure the studio had a lot of notes on like, this worked, so more of this, more of this. I'm like, why wouldn't you listen though to what like critics and audiences like hated about the first movie? They said it didn't have enough emotional punch to it. I thought it did, but like they really just pushed that out the way for this movie.
Yeah, I think a lot of the issue there is I feel like maybe Nintendo had too much of their hands on it, and Illumination just let them like take over. Because to get a little bit of cynical here, I mean, this whole episode's going to be cynical, but to get even more cynical for one moment, Star Fox's inclusion in this movie, I heard somebody else say it, and I can't unthink it now after hearing it, and I'm pretty positive it's true. There's absolutely no way this is not true. But being that this series and like the success of the first movie, the success of the property and the IP alone, and we know where we're at in Hollywood, where it's like there's just an IP land grab for every single like big IP, whether it's, you know, the Barbie movie or the Super Mario Brothers movie. And I feel like Illumination, hearing and knowing that Nintendo was also commissioning a live action Zelda movie, or creating a live action Zelda movie that's going to be in theaters, they were probably making a play of like, oh, let's include other characters because it's a Galaxy movie, so there could be other characters. And to get things straight, like in Super Mario Galaxy, there's no other properties, and in most all Mario Brothers movies, there's not really the melding of other properties. Like even in a Mario sports game, you rarely get other characters. Like it was just the recent Mario Kart, which is the last Mario Kart game, which is the 8th game, they added in Zelda. Like they've never had a Zelda in a Mario Kart game. They added in Animal Crossing Villager. And I feel like Illumination was like, we need to secure some of these characters before Nintendo realizes they want other, you know, companies to make their characters and develop these movies. And I feel like Star Fox was just like an IP land grab for adding him into this movie.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, like also going with that point, like I know a lot of people could be saying like, oh, well, they're building up like Super Smash Brothers. All these characters cross over in that game. But I mean, just a few weeks ago, I'm not sure if it was Nintendo or Illumination or Universal who said this, but they said that is not at all what they're going towards whatsoever. And, you know, that could have been a lie just to like, you know, kind of dial back fans like, you know, kind of suggestions or just like, you know, their like theories and everything. But I mean, they said that, and so like then why are we getting this crossover? Like, you know, Donkey Kong kind of made sense, I guess. Star Fox does make sense. I'm not mad at it. It's just like, you know, it felt way more shoehorned than Donkey Kong was in the last one, because at least Donkey Kong was there for like the you know, the Mario Kart-esque chase sequence in that movie, and was still there for the climactic battle too. But just you know, Star Fox is really just there to just get them from point A to point B at one point. And that's really it. But yeah, it's just like kind of disappointed. Like, you know, if you're tuning into the channel for the first time, we try to review movies that you and I are both interested in and usually want to see. There's a movie that we both wanted to see. It's not a movie we wanted to talk crap about. We try not to talk crap about movies. We will if it's a movie that you know, deserves it, but it's very rare that we give those movies a shot, though, that we know we're just not going to be interested in. It just sucks to say that, like, we're talking crap about a movie that we were actually genuinely looking forward to.
Yeah, most definitely. I will say I did like, you know, I thought the graphics were good at times. Like, the movie looks good. Like, yeah. But when it comes to like an animated movie, especially one that's, you know, the main audience is kids, and the Pixar movies, what's made those movies so successful has been the fact that if you look at every great Pixar movie, it's the fact that the story is so emotional. Think about how many people cried during Toy Story 3. And a lot of people remember Toy Story 3 to be like one of their favorite movies. I mean, even look at Quentin Tarantino. He's gone on the record saying it's like one of his top 5 favorite movies. But the thing that this movie lacked entirely was that emotional core, you know, connecting you to the characters. I think when you play a video game, especially even a Mario video game or any video game in general, it's just like, because it's interactive, you're controlling the character, you're automatically connected to it in a way. But when you're watching something, you need that extra buy-in to really get you to connect to the character in which you're spending the whole movie with. And this, it just really didn't have it. Even though we had a previous movie where we're connected to these characters, you still want to see them in their pursuit in the next film, you know, like, and it's just hard to connect to them. You kind of almost just like, I think I felt like I had an aneurysm halfway through watching this. So just like, wait, what are we even doing? Like, this story is so simple, but I'm like, how is this haven't even been solved in like 15 minutes, I feel like.
Right. Yeah. Like, it seemed like a plot like that would have been like in an episode. I mean, it's definitely not, of course, but just it felt too simple of a premise where it seems like something like, you know, if you watch Seinfeld now, modern times, you'd be like, oh, all this could have been solved by just like a quick cell phone. But, you know, it's the time of when these characters are set in that they can't solve their problems and stuff. Whereas this movie, like, you know, it's like infinite reasons to, or if infinite ways to solve like an issue. And just like, it felt like really like this is it, like another like kind of rescue mission. And I really like with the last movie, I thought that like Princess Peach was kind of more the main character, and I thought that worked in its favor too. Just Mario not being able to help out his brother, but like, you know, that's the bond that like he needs to save his brother and everything, and that's what the whole movie's like kind of built around. Whereas this movie, it's like we're trying to do the same thing for Peach, trying to rescue her sister. But, you know, I'm just like, as someone who doesn't know too much about Rosalina, it was just like, there wasn't that chemistry whatsoever. Why is she so focused on saving them? We know why as an audience that they're sisters, and that's why, but she doesn't have that background to get us to kind of like wonder why. So, yeah, I know they established like a little flashback sequence where she does remember Rosalina letting her go, but just like still though, there wasn't enough to really keep me engaged and motivated. Granted, it could have been also just the fact that I had a bunch of crazy kids losing their minds to the movie, and that was like distracting me and kind of upsetting me while watching the movie. But you know, just that kind of, it's just one of the things where I just can't find the words to articulate how I'm feeling.
Oh, I can. It was a bummer. It was a bummer. Yeah. But yeah, I'd say skip this movie if you had any interest whatsoever, and please don't take your kids to go see it.
Yeah, if you loved the last movie, maybe you'll enjoy this movie. I liked the last movie and didn't. So, you know, if you didn't like the last one, I don't see why you would like this movie. But I was shocked to see how hard some of the people were going on this movie, and you know, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen by any means. I'd say, like, you know, it's a fine movie, but I didn't like it, though, personally. Like, it's just a lot went into it to where it's just like, I give it a bad review. So, yep. What are your thoughts on the movie? Let us know in the comments below if you agree or disagree, or what some of your crazy experiences were seeing this movie. Yeah, it's a great way to help support the show as well.
And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and click that notification bell to get all of our latest updates.
And speaking of updates, you can catch all our social media links down below. We got links to Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and also our own personal Letterboxd accounts. that'll do it for this week. Tune in next week for a brand new video.